Before we begin, I need you to take a look at the loose change sitting in your drawer, your car, or maybe even buried inside an old jar. Because what looks like an ordinary dollar coin could actually be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars today. That's right. Some forgotten Sacagawea dollar coins have shocked collectors with unexpected values, and a few rare examples have sold for astonishing amounts when discovered in the right condition. These coins were once used in everyday transactions, passed from hand to hand, dropped on sidewalks, dragged through mud, hidden in dusty change piles, and treated like pocket junk. But today, collectors and expert dealers are searching for certain examples and paying serious money for them. Some people unknowingly spent valuable coins on a cup of coffee, while others found them hiding in old coin jars and turned them into real cash. In today's countdown, we're uncovering 3 Sacagawea dollar coins that might still be hiding in circulation, forgotten in collections, or sitting unnoticed in family coin boxes. I'll show you exactly what to look for, why these coins have become so desirable, and how condition, rarity, and special features can send their value skyrocketing. Some of these coins may look old, dirty, scratched, or completely worthless at first glance. But don't be fooled. The coin you are about to see could be worth far more than its face value. We're not talking about a few dollars. We're talking hundreds. We're talking thousands. So stay with me until the very end, because the final coin on this list has surprised collectors across the country and could completely change the way you look at your spare change forever. This is a 2,000p Sacagawea dollar coin, and at first glance it looks like nothing special. Most people see this coin and immediately assume it's worth just $1. They toss it into a drawer, leave it in a cup holder, or spend it without a second thought. But what if I told you that some examples of this coin have shocked collectors with values far beyond their face value? What if one of these coins is sitting unnoticed in your home right now? Before you spend another Sacagawea dollar, you need to hear this story. When the United States introduced the Sacagawea dollar, the government hoped Americans would embrace a new golden-colored dollar coin. Millions were produced, and many entered circulation. Yet despite the effort, the coin never became as popular as officials expected. Over time, many examples disappeared into collections, storage boxes, and forgotten coin jars. Today, collectors continue searching through old rolls and dusty change piles looking for the best surviving examples. The 2,000p Sacagawea dollar was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and while millions were produced, not all coins survive in desirable condition. Many entered circulation immediately. They were spent, dropped, scratched, and damaged through years of everyday use. Some were dragged through mud, left in storage containers, or exposed to harsh environments. Because of this, finding a high-quality example today can be much harder than many people realize. Now here's where things become interesting. A dirty coin is not always a worthless coin. Some collectors have discovered valuable Sacagawea dollars in the most unexpected places. Coins recovered from old collections, estate sales, forgotten drawers, and even abandoned storage boxes have sometimes turned out to be worth far more than expected. The appearance of a coin can be deceiving, and that's why experts examine every detail carefully. One of the biggest factors affecting value is condition. Collectors often compete for coins that remain in mint state condition. These are coins that show little or no signs of circulation. An untouched example with strong luster can attract serious attention from buyers. Even though millions were produced, the number of coins surviving in exceptional condition is much smaller. This is where prices can start moving vertically. A circulated example might only bring a modest premium, but a high-grade mint state coin can command dramatically higher prices. The difference between an average coin and an exceptional coin can mean the difference between a few dollars and hundreds of dollars. That's why experienced collectors inspect every Sacagawea dollar they encounter. But the story doesn't stop there. Some 2,000p Sacagawea dollars contain characteristics and striking qualities that collectors find especially desirable. Coins with sharp details, strong surfaces, and eye appeal often stand out from crowd. When several collectors want the same high-quality coin, bidding competition can push prices much higher than most people would expect. Imagine finding one of these coins in loose change. It looks ordinary. It feels ordinary. Yet collectors may see something completely different. They look at preservation, strike quality, luster, and rarity within certain grade levels. What appears worthless to one person may appear highly desirable to another. That's exactly why so many valuable coins remain hidden in plain sight. Many people assume valuable coins must be extremely old. The 2000p Sacagawea Dollar proves that assumption isn't always true. While ancient coins and silver coins often receive attention, modern coins can also become highly collectible. The key is understanding what collectors want and knowing how to recognize the details that separate ordinary examples from extraordinary ones. Auction records have surprised many collectors over the years. Exceptional examples of modern coins have sold for impressive amounts simply because of their outstanding preservation. A coin that survived untouched while millions of others became worn can become a prized collectible. This is why serious collectors carefully store and protect their best coins. Here's something else many people overlook. The moment a coin enters circulation, it begins collecting wear. Tiny scratches, contact marks, and handling damage slowly reduce its quality. That's why finding a beautifully preserved 2000p Sacagawea Dollar can be challenging. Every year that passes makes pristine examples increasingly desirable to collectors. If you have a jar full of dollar coins, now may be the time to take a closer look. The coin hiding among ordinary pocket change could have stronger value than you realize. Collectors continue searching through bank rolls and collections because remarkable discoveries still happen. Valuable coins are not always locked away in museums. Sometimes they are hiding in everyday places. The market for collectible coins changes constantly. As more people enter the hobby, demand for attractive examples can increase. Coins that were ignored years ago may suddenly receive new attention. When demand rises and supply remains limited, prices can move upward quickly. That's one reason collectors never stop hunting for high-quality Sacagawea dollars. So before you dismiss the 2000p Sacagawea Dollar as just another modern coin, remember this. What looks like ordinary pocket change might actually deserve a closer inspection. An untouched mint-state example could attract strong collector interest. Expert dealers understand this, which is why they carefully examine these coins whenever they appear. The next time you come across a 2000p Sacagawea Dollar, don't spend it immediately. Look at the surfaces. Check the details. Examine the condition. Because somewhere out there, a coin that appears completely ordinary is waiting to surprise its owner. And while most examples may be worth only modest amounts, the right coin in the right condition could be worth far more money than anyone around you expects. Today we're continuing our countdown with the 2001D Sacagawea Dollar coin, a coin that many Americans have ignored for years. It has been tossed into drawers, forgotten in piggy banks, and mixed into piles of loose change without a second thought. But collectors know something that most people don't. Certain examples of this coin have become surprisingly desirable, and the best pieces can bring serious attention from buyers. Before you spend one, you may want to take a closer look. At first glance, the 2001D Sacagawea Dollar appears completely ordinary. The golden color doesn't immediately suggest rarity. The design is familiar. The coin feels common. Yet hidden behind this ordinary appearance is a fascinating story that continues to attract collectors across the country. While millions are produced, not every coin survived the same journey through circulation. Many of these coins spent years moving from hand to hand. They bounced around cash registers, sat in vending machines, and traveled through countless transactions. Some were scratched, damaged, and worn down over time. Others were forgotten in storage containers, hidden in old family collections, or buried beneath dusty change piles. Every year, fewer high-quality examples remain available. This is where things start getting exciting. A coin doesn't need to be ancient to become valuable. In fact, modern coins often surprise collectors when exceptional examples appear. The 2001D Sacagawea Dollar is one of those coins that rewards careful inspection. What seems like an ordinary dollar coin may actually be worth far more than its face value under the right circumstances. Now imagine finding one in terrible condition. It's dirty. It's discolored. It looks like it was dragged through mud for years. Most people would assume it's worthless and move on. But experienced collectors understand something important. A coin story isn't always visible at first glance. Sometimes a seemingly unattractive coin still deserves a closer examination. Condition remains one of the biggest drivers of value. Collectors constantly search for mint-state examples that escape circulation. These untouched coins often display strong luster, attractive surfaces, and sharp details. Because so many coins were used heavily, finding one that looks almost new can be surprisingly difficult today. This is exactly why prices sometimes go vertical. When collectors compete for the finest known examples, values can rise dramatically. We're not talking about a few extra dollars. In some situations, premium quality coins can command hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on grade, demand, and collector interest. That's why experts never overlook these coins. Some collectors spend years searching through bank rolls hoping to discover a hidden gem. Every roll offers a possibility of finding a coin that somehow escaped decades of wear. While most coins show clear signs of circulation, a small number remain remarkably well preserved. Those are the coins that often create excitement in the collecting community. The United States government introduced these dollar coins with hopes of increasing public use of dollar coinage. Yet many Americans simply preferred paper money. As a result, countless Sacagawea dollars ended up stored away rather than actively circulating. Today, many of those forgotten coins are being rediscovered by collectors eager to identify the best examples. What's truly fascinating is how quickly collector demand can change. A coin ignored for years may suddenly become a target for serious buyers. As more collectors enter the hobby and compete for top-quality examples, prices can move higher. This ongoing demand keeps many collectors searching through old collections and inherited coin accumulations. Auction sales have proven that condition matters. When an exceptional 2001 Sacagawea dollar appears with outstanding preservation, collectors take notice. Strong eye appeal, minimal marks, and original surfaces can transform an ordinary-looking coin into a highly sought-after collectible. That's why grading plays such an important role in determining value. Think about how many of these coins have experienced rough treatment. They were carried in pockets, dropped onto hard surfaces, and exposed to years of handling. Every contact mark reduces quality. Every scratch affects appearance. That's what makes untouched examples so desirable. They represent survivors from a population that was heavily used. Expert dealers pay close attention to these details. They know that even small differences in preservation can have a major impact on value. Two coins may appear nearly identical to casual observers, yet one could be worth significantly more because of its condition. That's why professionals examine every surface carefully before making an offer. The most exciting discoveries often happen when people least expect them. A forgotten coin jar, an inherited collection, or a handful of loose change can sometimes reveal a hidden treasure. While not every 2001 Sacagawea dollar is valuable, the possibility is enough to keep collectors searching year after year. So before you ignore the next 2001 Sacagawea dollar you find, stop and take another look. Examine the details. Check the surfaces. Study the condition. Because what appears to be an ordinary dollar coin could be hiding surprising collector value. And in the world of coin collecting, those unexpected discoveries are exactly what make the hunt so exciting. We're down to our final coin, and this one may be the most surprising of them all. This is a 2000 Sacagawea dollar coin. At first glance, it looks just like countless other dollar coins that have passed through American hands over the years. Most people would spend it without hesitation. Some would throw it into a coin jar. Others would leave it buried in dusty change piles for years. But collectors know that appearances can be deceiving, and that's exactly why this coin deserves your attention. The 2000 Sacagawea dollar was struck at the Denver Mint during the first year of the Sacagawea dollar series. The United States government introduced these golden-colored dollar coins with hopes of changing the way Americans use money. Officials wanted dollar coins to become more common in everyday commerce. But things didn't go exactly as planned. Many of these coins ended up sitting in storage, hidden away in vaults, collections, and forgotten containers across the country. Today, millions of Americans may still have these coins without realizing their potential collector interest. Some are sitting in old piggy banks. Some are tucked away in inherited collections. Some remain mixing with ordinary pocket change. The remarkable thing is that valuable discoveries are still being made years after these coins were first released. Now here's where the story becomes exciting. Most circulated examples of the 2000 Sacagawea dollar show signs of wear. They have scratches, marks, discoloration, and damage from years of handling. Some look like they were dragged through mud. Some appear dull and lifeless. Some look like absolute trash. But experienced collectors understand that even an unattractive coin deserves a close inspection before being dismissed. Imagine finding a dirty old dollar coin at the bottom of a drawer. You almost throw it away. It doesn't look valuable. It doesn't look rare. It certainly doesn't look like something collectors would fight over. Yet that exact situation has happened countless times in the coin collecting world. Valuable coins often hide where nobody expects to find them. Condition is one of the most important factors determining value. A heavily circulated coin may be common, but a mint state example is a completely different story. Coins that escape circulation often retain original mint luster and stronger eye appeal. Because so many Sacagawea dollars entered circulation, untouched examples have become increasingly attractive to serious collectors. This is where prices can begin moving vertically. The finest examples attract attention from advanced collectors who want the best possible coins for their collections. When multiple buyers compete for a top-quality specimen, bidding can become intense. Suddenly, a coin worth $1 on its face can command many times that amount in the collector market. Auction results have demonstrated this phenomenon repeatedly. Exceptional examples of modern coins continue surprising collectors with impressive selling prices. While most people focus on older silver coins, many overlook the fact that modern coins can also become highly desirable. The 2000D Sacagawea Dollar proves that age alone does not determine value. One reason collectors remain interested in this coin is that it represents the very beginning of a historic series. First-year issues often receive special attention from collectors. They mark the launch of a new design and a new chapter in American coinage. For many collectors, owning high-quality examples from the first year is an important goal. The funny thing is that some of the most valuable discoveries start with coins that appear completely ordinary. They don't shine like treasure. They don't come with warning labels. They don't announce their value. Instead, they quietly sit in drawers, jars, and coin albums waiting for someone knowledgeable enough to recognize their potential. Expert dealers spend years developing the ability to identify quality. They examine strike sharpness, surface preservation, luster, and overall eye appeal. Two coins may look identical to casual observers, but professionals often notice differences that significantly impact value. That's why serious collectors inspect every detail carefully. You may have heard stories about people finding valuable coins in unexpected places, a forgotten collection, an estate sale, a bankroll, even loose change received during everyday purchases. These stories continue because valuable coins remain hidden in plain sight. The next great discovery could happen almost anywhere. Many people assume that modern coins cannot be worth serious money. That assumption has caused countless valuable coins to be overlooked. Collectors understand that rarity within condition levels is often more important than age. When only a small number of coins survive in exceptional condition, demand can push values much higher than expected. That's why collectors continue searching through thousands of coins every year. Most searches lead nowhere. Most coins are ordinary, but every once in a while, someone discovers a remarkable example that changes everything. Those discoveries fuel the excitement that keeps the hobby alive. So before you spend another 2000D Sacagawea Dollar, stop and examine it carefully. Look at the details. Study the surfaces. Check the overall condition, because what appears to be just another dollar coin may actually be hiding collector value. And if you happen to find an exceptional example, you could be holding a coin that collectors would be very interested in owning. The next time you see one of these golden dollars, remember, sometimes the most ordinary-looking coins tell the most extraordinary stories.